Previously, we listened in the Salat al-Isha and also the first two rak'ah of Taraweeh about Dawood al-Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in this father and son duo, Dawood and Sulaiman, is teaching us a lesson. And the lesson is that every father, every mother wants their legacy to be left behind on earth. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the son of Dawood al-Islam, Sulaiman al-Islam, a prophet and a king. Remember, Dawood al-Islam was not a prophet originally. He was not even a king. He was just a soldier in the children of Israel during the time of Goliath, Jalut, and at the time of that time when the prophet Saul was there. And there was a king, King Talut. And that king had a soldier who was Dawood al-Islam. So when he killed Goliath, and then the king married his daughter to Dawood, the princess, and therefore Dawood al-Islam became a king first. Then Allah made him also a prophet. And then Allah made his son also a prophet and a king. Allah says in the Quran about Dawood al-Islam, Ya Dawood, Inna ja'alnaka khalifatan fil ard, fahkum bayna al-nas bil-'adl. O David, Dawood, we have made you our vicegerent, our deputy on earth as a prophet, as a preacher. So deal with people with justice. Ibrahim al-Islam had a desire also. Allah told Ibrahim al-Islam, Inni ja'aluka lin-nasi imama. O Ibrahim, I'm going to make you for the human beings, for humanity, an imam, a leader in terms of a prophet. Immediately he said, وَمِن ذُرِّيَّتِي. And what about my children? Ya Allah. Ibrahim al-Islam is asking about it. Allah is telling Ibrahim al-Islam, I'm making you a leader. The first thing he says, what about my children? Every father, every mother, sisters, if you can just pay a little bit of attention, it's not gossip time. I know there are teas and snacks, but this is not gossip time, talk time. Just a little bit of attention, inshallah. Don't worry, I promise you, I'll finish before 5 minutes. Then you can have your chit chat. But let us listen to the ayat of Allah. The message I'm trying to relay here is very important for you sisters as mothers, and for us brothers as fathers. Every father, every mother wants their son to be a better engineer than them, a better doctor, physician than them, a better accountant than them, a better this than them. Am I right? But does any father or mother think that my son and daughter becomes a better mu'min than me? If I pray 5 times a day, then what is more better than that? Tahajjud. Is my son and daughter doing 5 times a day plus tahajjud? If I fast only Ramadan and Shawwal, what is better for my son and daughter? Are they also doing the fasting of Monday and Thursday every week? That's better. Are they also fasting Ayyam al-Bid, the 3 days of every month? That's better. That is the legacy of the story of Dawood and Sulaiman al-Islam. Just like we as parents want our children to be better than us in the profession that we excel. If you are an engineer, you want your son and daughter to be an engineer. If you're a doctor, a physician, you want your son and daughter also to be. And then you become very happy, proud, and you tell people, look, my son, my daughter has graduated from this Ivy League. They're the best doctor, they're the best engineer, they're the best professor. We boast about that. We feel happy. The only person in this whole wide world from whom we never get jealous, we never envy, is who? Our son and daughter. You never get jealous from your son. You never get jealous from your daughter. If they excel better than you, if they go ahead from you, you never say, hey, how come you're going ahead? In fact, you start to boast and tell people, look, that's my boy, that's my girl, that's my son, my daughter. You are so happy, proud in a good way, fakhr, that this is my son, my daughter, because that is my legacy. You see, brothers and sisters, we will all die and go in the grave. We'll be replaced. Nobody will remember us. There'll be thousands of people who come in Sayreville and in Fords and New Jersey and other places. They won't remember us. But how will people remember us? What legacy we left behind? How did people remember Sulaiman and Dawood al-Islam? The legacy they left behind. The ayahs that we just read right now is Sulaiman al-Islam sending a letter to Queen Bilqis that come to Islam. Aslimu. He's saying, I know you're a queen, I know you have money, I know you have wealth, right? Come to Islam. She, instead of coming to Islam, she sends some gifts. Sulaiman Islam got upset, angry. What is this? I have more wealth than you. I have more gifts than you. I have more materialistic things because Allah made me a king. And the reason Allah is showing here is just being a king doesn't mean you are rich and wealthy. It means you are also just. There's somebody right now in this country claiming to be a king. But the first thing to be qualified to be a king, you have to be just, fair, not just in terms of wealth. And that is why it's very important to understand that this father and son duo on earth, when they lived, Dawood and Sulaiman, they were very, very just, very fair, and implementing the adl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he returned those gifts. He said, I don't need these gifts. I'm just inviting you to Allah. And that was the legacy of Dawood al-Islam. That his son Sulaiman was a better king than him, that he made another queen of another queendom Muslim, and she became Muslim. She left the worship of the sun. They used to make sajda sujood to the sun, and they came back. So my dear brother and sister in Islam, in conclusion, what my message is, we all have to think about our children. We all have to think about our future. Who are we leaving behind? Will my son continue my legacy? Will my daughter continue my legacy? Will my son and daughter remain on Islam? If I am busy in a masjid and trying to build a masjid, will my son and daughter also try to build something when I'm gone? Because on Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah will recognize us from our ancestors. Whoever we are, wherever we are, Allah will say, look, your great-grandson, your great-granddaughter did this. And our ancestors will be very happy and proud that, look, we were not there alive. We were in barzakh in our grave, but you did us proud. You did a great thing on earth. You did this for the Muslims, you did that for the Muslims. So my brothers and sisters, we pray that Allah make our children sadaqah jariyah. Allah make our children better Muslims than us. Allah give our children the tawfiq to build more institutions for Islam, more schools, more masjid, more youth center, and they continue the flag of Islam in this state of New Jersey. Jazakallah khair.